Good morning. So our next topic for discussion is revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. So revaluation account we already have discussed in the last chapter. What is revaluation account and what is revaluation of assets and liabilities. We all know that the value of assets may differ from time to time because the value of asset due to decrease there is depreciation, they decrease, and in case of liabilities also the value of liabilities may sometime increase or may sometime decrease. So whenever there is change in profit sharing ratio, we prepare revaluation account, and in case of admission also there is change in profit sharing ratio, so we have to again prepare revaluation account, and it will be given in the question if there is any revaluation of assets and liabilities. So whenever there is any revaluation of assets and liabilities, we have to pass journal entries and we have to prepare revaluation account. Now these change in value of assets and liabilities are adjusted through account called revaluation account. This revaluation account is also called profit and loss adjustment account. Increase in value of assets are debited, that means the value of asset or asset will be debited and revaluation account will be credited. Since it is just like a profit and loss account, profit and loss adjustment account is similar to profit and loss account, which is a nominal account. So this nominal account is credited in case of profit and it is debited in case of loss. So when there is increase in asset or decrease in liability, there is a profit, so it will be credited, and when there is decrease in assets and increase in liabilities, there is a loss, so revaluation account will be debited. So accordingly we will pass journal entries. Preparation of revaluation account. As discussed above, an increase in value of assets and decrease in liabilities is credited to revaluation account, while decrease in value of assets and increase in liabilities is debited. So let us look at the entries or journal entries. For increase in value of asset, what will be the entry? Assets account debited to revaluation account, or sometimes it may be written as profit and loss adjustment account. For decrease in value of asset, revaluation account debited to asset account. Third, for increase in amount of liability, revaluation account will be debited and liabilities account will be credited. Fourth, for decrease in amount of liabilities, liabilities account will be debited and revaluation account will be credited. Now for accounting or unrecorded asset, accounting of unrecorded asset. That means the assets are present with the business but they have not been recorded. In this case, we assume that there is a profit for the firm. So unrecorded asset will be debited and revaluation account will be credited. Now in case of unrecorded liability, that means any liability which had existed but you did not had any information about that. So now if you learn about any liability, that means it is a loss. So in this case, revaluation account will be debited and that liability will be credited. So we will calculate revaluation profit or loss. So revaluation account may show gain or loss. How will we calculate gain or loss? We will enter the entries or post the entries in revaluation account. If the debit total of revaluation account is more than the credit total of revaluation, then there is a loss. And similarly, if the credit is more and debit is less, there will be a loss, a profit. Credit more means profit and debit more means loss. So it is not necessary that you always have to prepare a revaluation account. We can calculate it with the help of journal entries also. in the journal entries, just we have to add the amount of those journal entries in which revaluation account has been debited, and then separately we have to add the amount of those journal entries in which revaluation account has been credited. So in working notes we can do so, and after adding the total of debit and credit, we will compare. If the credit total is more, there is profit, and if the debit total is more, there is loss. And after that we have to pass these entries. Now in case of revaluation profit, revaluation account will be debited and old partners capital account will be credited. Remember, in case of revaluation account, in case of admission also, new partners capital account will not be touched. It will not be debited or credited. Only old partners capital account will be credited in case of profit with old profit sharing ratio. And in case of loss, what will happen? There is a loss, so partners capital account will be debited. So old partners capital account will be debited to revaluation account, or revaluation account will be credited, and it will be done in old profit sharing ratio. So we can see the pro forma of revaluation account now. Revaluation account, already we have seen on the debit side, to assets account, if there is decrease in asset, that means loss. Increase in liabilities will be on debit side. Unrecorded liabilities, then partners capital account, if there is a remuneration paid to partners, that means it is a loss to the firm, it will be revaluation account will be debited. In case of any expenses, revaluation account will be debited. Like this on the credit side, if the assets they are increasing, the value is increasing, then they will be credited or revaluation account will be credited. In case of decrease in liabilities, it will be written on the credit side. In case of unrecorded asset, again there is a profit, it will be written on the credit side. And at last, if there is profit on revaluation, it will be written on the debit side to profit on revaluation and transferred to partners capital or current account. In case of loss, revaluation account will be written on the revaluation account, partners capital or current account will be debited, so loss will be written on the credit side. Now come to questions. See question number 47. It is clearly written that there is decrease in value of machinery by rupees 16,000. So if there is decrease in value of asset, it is loss for the business. Revaluation account will be debited and machinery account will be credited. In the same question, part 1 only, it is written the building value is appreciated. So appreciation or increase in value of asset will be debited and revaluation account will be credited. Then revaluation account will be debited in case of provision. So provision for doubtful debts is created on debtors. It is written create a provision for doubtful debts on debtors at the rate of 5% and the value of debtors is 80,000. So 5% of 80,000 is rupees 4,000. So there is a loss of 4,000. Revaluation account will be debited 4,000 and provision for doubtful debts will be credited 4,000. Third, revaluation account debited to provision for warranty claims. In the question there is a liability for warranty claims, a provision for warranty claims of rupees 12,000. Provision for warranty claims is also a loss because there is a claim from other side. So the business has to pay the claim, so it is a loss. Revaluation account will be debited and provision for warranty claims will be credited. Now read question number 49. So you try question number 48 yourself and then you read question number 49, what has to be done. In question number 49, X and Y are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio 3:2. They admitted Z as a partner and fixed new profit sharing ratio as 3:2:1. At the time of admission of Z, debtors and provision for doubtful debts existed at 50,000 and 5,000. All debtors are good. So remember this line, all debtors are good. That means the entire amount of 50,000 will be received from the debtors. That means it is a profit, and the provision for doubtful debts have to be removed. So in that case, provision for doubtful debts will be debited 5,000, and since it is a profit, revaluation account will be credited rupees 5,000. Now it is written in the question, pass necessary journal entries. If it is necessary journal entries, we have to pass the available profits also. So profit to the partners will now be credited to them. So entry will be revaluation account debited 5,000 to partners capital account, that means X capital account 3,000 to Y's capital account rupees 2,000 in old profit sharing ratio. Now see question number 51. In question number 51, X and Y are partners sharing profits in the ratio 3:2. They admitted Z as a partner for 1/4 share of profits. At the time of admission of Z, investment appears at rupees 80,000. Half of the investment to be taken by X and Y in their profit sharing ratio. Half of investment, that is half of 80,000 is 40,000, and the partners are taking in their profit sharing ratio. So X will be debited since partners are taking away, so partners will be debited. So X will be debited 40,000 into 3/5, which is the profit sharing ratio, 24,000. Y will be debited 40,000 into 2/5, which is 16,000. Now we are passing the journal entries. First, for transfer of investment, X capital account is debited 24,000, Y's capital account is debited 16,000 to investment account. Investment account is credited because it is a loss for the firm. The value of investment are decreasing, that is why investment account is credited. Since investment is asset, or decrease in asset should be credited. And in the same question, the remaining value of investment were valued at 50,000. So out of 80,000, half is 40,000. Remaining value is 40,000. So remaining 40,000 investment is now valued at rupees 50,000. That means there is a profit of 10,000. So we have to pass entry, investment account debited 10,000 to revaluation account rupees 10,000. So this is the entry, or in that case you can pass one more entry. You have to credit the partners rupees 10,000 in the old profit sharing ratio. Now see question number 53. In question 53, we have to pass journal entries. At the time of admission of a partner C, assets and liabilities of A and B were revalued as follows. So we will pass journal entries separately. A, provision for doubtful debts at rupees 10,000, 10% was made on sundry debtors. Sundry debtors are 50,000. So 10% of 50,000 is 5,000. So it is a loss for the business. The revaluation account will be debited 50,000, and provision for doubtful debts will be credited 5,000. Not 50,000, the revaluation account debited 5,000 to provision 5,000. Second, or B, is creditors were written back by 5,000. Creditors being written back means the value of creditors are decreasing. So value of liability is decreasing is profit for the business. So revaluation account will be credited 5,000 and creditors account will be debited rupees 5,000. C, building was appreciated by 20%. Book value of building is 2 lakh. 20% of 2 lakh is 40,000. Building is appreciated, that means increase in value of asset. It should be profit. So in case of profit, building account is debited 40,000. Revaluation account is credited 40,000. Then there is unrecorded investment. So asset, unrecorded asset, again there is a profit for business. So it will be unrecorded investment account debited 15,000 to revaluation account rupees 15,000. And in E, a provision for 2,000 was made on an outstanding bill for repairs. It is a loss. So revaluation account will be debited rupees 2000 to provision for outstanding repair bill rupees 2000. And if unrecorded liability towards suppliers rupees 3000, again this is also a loss, so unrecorded liability will be credited, or liability for suppliers will be credited, and because of loss, the revaluation account will be debited rupees 3000. So these are the individual journal entries for these transactions, and then we will calculate profit or loss. So without having revaluation account also we can calculate the profit or loss. Total of revaluation credit, which is profit, is equal to 60,000. So you can see the journal entries where has been revaluation account credited: 5,000 in B, then 40,000 in C, 5 plus 40 is 45,000, and 15,000 in D. So 45 and 15 is 60,000. So total of credit is 60,000, and total of debit, now we see in A 5,000 is debited to revaluation account, and E 2,000 is debited, and F 3,000 is debited. So 5 plus 2 plus 3,000 is equal to 10,000. Total of debit is 10,000. So total credit 60,000 minus total debit 10,000, you have a credit balance of 50,000. So since credits are more, it is a profit. Now this profit will be distributed to the partners in profit sharing ratio, which is 1:1 or equal. So entry will be revaluation account debited to A is capital account 25,000, B is capital account 25,000. So 50,000 is being distributed among them. So this is all about revaluation account. So in the next class we will discuss some new topics. Meanwhile, you are expected to solve the remaining questions which I have not attempted. Thank you.